Hi all. Hi. I hate my teeth, man. I hate it. I hate my tooth. I hate it. And dang it. Rude. Let's see how long it takes you guys. I don't know who that is, and I'm not going to answer it if I don't know who it is. Gonna take this bike in the yeah. Let's see how long it takes some of y'all. Hi. Moving this bike outside. Hang on. The comments showing up? Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. Is the chat working or what? Huh. I'm trying to get the... Okay, how come? Okay, how come it's not working here? How come? I don't see any wait a minute. How come the live chat is not working? Huh, why? Hang on. How come? I don't see any messages. How come? Oh, finally I'm getting some comments. Okay. Hi, medical, go Cuddy. Hi. Okay, I'm trying to see what the heck is going on in here. How come this won't come off? Dang it. Hi, Sauce. Trying to get rid of this, shit. Kinda hate this. Trying to get rid of some things here. Hi, Sauce. Let's see how this chat goes today. Because I've had some trolls on my last one. So, let me see. I'm trying to Hmm. Trying to fix something here. That's interesting. That's crazy, man. Sepia. How's it going? Red 80. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which one it. Yeah, I know. Trying to figure out how to. 8mm. Yeah, I like that. This is cool. Those old vintage cameras. That's pretty cool. Hang on. Glamour Dream. Dance party. Oh, that's interesting. Done. Trying to figure out how to use this. There's a lot of stuff here. Crush. Pop. Let's see. Trying to... Oh well, I'll just use this. Telling ya. Right. Trying to get rid of this. Oh hell. Well, anyways. So this is me. So what else? Let me see. Okay. What else? Oh, there we go. I finally got rid of the screen there. Yeah, I think I like using the phone better. I think it's easier. Hi, McLean. Telling ya. So this is a new bike I just got a few days ago. So this bike, hey, hi Cole. Hi, Bazooka Joe. Not bad. Thanks. The glasses, yeah. I need these glasses to be able to read here. Because that way I don't have to go like that or... Yeah, I have to. Do you still own any 80? Nah, I don't have any 80s bikes, unfortunately. And my bikes and the bikes I used to have a Huffy. And then I used to also have like some beach cruiser too. Hi, Mr. Sir. Hi, O3. So anyways, I wonder if I'm gonna have any trolls today or not. So anyways, so what else? Yeah. Hi, Michael. Hi, Storms. You're you're just eating a Whopper, huh? I like Burger King too. I like the King meal deal. I like the cheeseburger, the 2 burgers and a French fry and a soda for $3.50. Oh yeah, Mr. Sir says. First time seeing you wearing. Well, yeah. I need glasses to be able to read. I need reading glasses, but otherwise I could do without them. Dennis, hi Dennis. Let's see. Do you remember Hot 1KW says? Do you remember the mercury and the sodium vapor street lamps and the... Oh yeah, I guess so. Never really paid much attention to those. Hi, RC. I gotta close this door. What's Quinn Heron is asking me, what's the weather like? Well, it's nice right now. It's not cold or anything. Drunken Donkey Circus says, Gil, you legend. Hi. Let's see. Did you go to a lot of arcades in the 80s? Dennis is asking me. No, well, actually, Sometimes. My brothers did, but not me, though. Well, I did. I went to the arcades, well, mostly like in these pizza places, you know. I did not used to go to arcades very much, though, really. That's what I also like about high call. Yeah. RC says we had high winds where I live this morning. Where you live. And it was cold, RC says. Uh, Evangelina is asking me, did I ever go to drive-ins? Well, I mean, we did. Not a lot, but we did, though. Even recently, like even just a few years ago, I went to one. Not too long ago. They still have those. Yeah, Edward is asking me if I got an interview from. No, I never did, unfortunately. I mean, although I have not tried to call them up or anything, but I mean, usually they go after the people who try. But for me, I'm not. I mean, because my situation is still like in a place where I have to stay home for the kids because my kid was sick the other day and somebody needed to be there. See, that's the thing, you know. Somebody has to be there now. I don't answer phones. I don't answer phones from numbers I don't know. Because I know it's a drunken donkey circus says names Jordan to though. Gordon. Wait. To Gil. Hope you're good. Yeah. Yeah, why not? And Dennis is asking me, how could I compare the 80s films with today's films? Well, how do I compare 80s films to today? Well, I mean, I think I would think of them as being the same as far as, I mean, the same, I mean, I feel like they're the same, uh, but the thing is, a lot of today's they're computer generated characters like Finding Dory or like the movie Up or things like that. It's all computer generated. A lot of movies these days are computer generated characters. You know, that's what I would compare. I mean, more of them these days are like like that. You know. RC is asking me, remember when corner stores and malls used to arcade games in them? They still do, but not like they used. Yeah, the corner. Yeah, I mean, I did not used to really pay much attention to that because my brothers are the ones that used to go to these arcades. Quinn Taryn is asking me, how is my emotional state? Well, I'm in good condition on that part. I'm okay. I'm all good there. No problems. Yeah, I don't have any problems. Let me see. Pekka Dog DJ is asking me any San Bernardino, California videos. Well, I mean, I have a bunch of them. I have a bunch of San Bernardino, but not from the 80s though, or the 90s. Maybe I have some traces of San Bernardino from the 90s, but nothing from the 80s though. Oh yeah, '03 is asking me, did I get any video of Hector's birthday? Yeah, I forgot to put that up. I have to remember to do that. I forgot to put it up. Yeah, I have it. I do have it. I need to put it together. I forgot. I forgot to do this. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go work on that. I have to do that because it was Hector's 50th birthday. You know. Quinn is asking me, is your depression gone? Well, it's safe to say that it's pretty much gone. You know, I mean, it's gone, and it's because it's all thanks to my hobbies. You know, the bikes, and all my other hobbies, and my exercise, the gym, and everything. Thanks to those, it's safe to say that my depression is gone. At least for now, it is. Yeah. XX Boy XX is saying, remember the malls were lit up with neon? Well, yeah, I think they still are. I mean, well, I think the malls are about the same, but I think I hear that they're getting a little less busy these days, but I'm not really sure. But, they're still kind of busy, though. Mr. Retidy is saying, Gilbert, you ever thought of putting together your old tape to a Blu-ray and selling it? Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about doing that. Yeah, I mean, because I did save every video. I have every video saved on my folders, my files. Every video I post on YouTube, I have it saved on my hard drive. And I was thinking about doing that, exactly. I was exactly thinking about doing that, putting everything all on one disc or something like DVD or Blu-ray or even a VHS under some condition or whatever. But, I was thinking about doing that, yeah. Stevie's asking me, do I remember preview guide? Well, yeah, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, preview guide, that's the cable TV, right? Well, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, big time. Well, you probably saw some videos of my old videos. I had those from the cable TV. Yeah, I remember those. Big time. It was like a single channel. RC is asking me, how's things as far as depression and all. I suffer with depression at times, so I understand. Yeah, I mean, depression. Well, yeah, I mean, my depression is all good, I'm in good condition there. So, because the thing about that is like you have to, for me, how I fixed myself, it was making myself, what do we call it? Making myself get out and exercise or do things that I like to do. You don't even need to join a gym or any. You don't have to do that. You just go out and do something physical that you like to do, like swimming. If you love to swim, you swim. Or if you love to walk trails, go walk. Or if you love to ride bikes, ride the bike. And that's what I do. I love to ride bikes. Or if you just like to walk around or run or whatever, do things that you like to do. I mean, and hobbies. Hobbies is a big one too. Like my bike, the bike that I have is my hobby, and then of course, look for things that I like to do. I mean, doing all those together, it fixes me. It fixed me up there. But an important thing is to exercise. You got to exercise physically and mentally. Your mind. You have to exercise your mind. You gotta exercise mentally. It's really helpful to do that. And then you have to make yourself do that. Mario Mendoza is asking me, do you still keep in touch with my high school buddies? Well, I mean, I have a couple on Facebook. We don't really talk much. We don't talk much, but here and there, I mean, we get acquainted. It was only last year that I finally got in touch with them, only because of my videos. If my videos didn't show up, then I probably wouldn't have been getting in touch with them. It was only just a year ago that they started coming back. Yeah, O3 wants me to put up a video of Hector's 50th birthday, which was just a week ago. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have to remember to do that. I have to do that. I'm catching up with these comments here. Dennis is asking me, Dennis Marr, who were my favorite artists. I think, well, back in my day, I know Michael Jackson was one of them, back then, and I liked Madonna. I really liked, and then I liked, what do you call it? Well, it was a lot of, but I think Madonna was probably one of them, and Sheila E. maybe, and I liked, maybe like, music like Cynthia, and, well, that's the name of the singer, and then I think Shannon, I think there was what's another one that I used to like? I loved Climax, the music group Climax. I loved that. And then I liked Lisa Cult Jam. I loved those things. and Timex Social Club. Duck's Rule is asking me what happened to the dog. Well, our dog, he just ran away. I mean, he escaped through the fence. You know, through the fence. He escaped through it, and I haven't heard from him since. You know, I mean, the dog didn't like us or something. I was giving him walks and everything, but he still didn't like us. Yeah, well, I mean, what can I say? Do I have any vintage clothes that I owned from back in the day? Mr. Sir is asking me. Well, I don't have any. Well, I had not acquired any, but the only kind of vintage clothes that I recently had are like these parachute pants. They're like the nylon-y type pants. Those are the recent kind of things that I had, but I don't know what happened to them now. But anyway, I mean, that's the only thing, that I had from then. And they used to, Steve Bauer is saying, yeah, it used to crash a lot. Where did you get that? Okay. Well, okay. Crash. It used to crash a lot. What used to crash a lot? Oh, okay. You're talking about the preview guide. Well, the preview guide, it was a single channel that we used to put it on a single channel. I remember those. Quinn is asking me to show you guys my VHS collection. Well, I'll go in my room right now. Dennis Marr is asking me, if I had a time machine, what year would I go back to? If I had a time machine, well, I would go back to probably 1985. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why, but 1985. Maybe because it would give me a chance to fix myself, I guess. Remember 03 saying, remember the old TV guide? Yeah, well, yeah, I remember those. Hot 1KW says, do I miss the 80s, Gil? I do, and the lighting, TVs, and cars were better. The music was unique. Yeah, well, 80s, I mean, I do and I don't. But, like, I'm happy right now, but, with life today, what about modern music? Well, back in the 80s, when new songs you would come out in the 80s, I kind of thought the same way. About what we think of modern music today, but modern music, I'm not really into it unless it's like house music or something, but even then, yeah, Steve Bauer says first it was, why is it an electronic music guide? 03 says you should try the reading app called Strava. Oh yeah, now let's see. 80s and 90s was a million times better. Yeah, music today. Yeah, I'm not really into today's music. It's only some that I like. The Imagine Dragons, they sing cute. They're funny. Well, anyway, okay. Here's my closet. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Hang on. Here's my VHS, my VCR collection. And then this is my VHS tapes. I have everything over here. Hang on. Trying to catch up with the comments here. Bazooka Joe, Little Susie. 03 says, Lisa Cult Jam. I liked that group. 50th birthday, Cole says, wow, time flies. Yep. Hecklers. Timmy T, Bazooka says, yeah, I know that show. I know the guy, the singer. What was the song that he sang in that? Hi, Angel. Hi, the Dread Gamer. Who's your favorite rapper from the night? I like to Run DMC or that type of thing. Alo says is asking me if I have any Mexico vintage videos. Yes, I do. I do have some. I have like some from from my uncle, and then I have one from when my brother took my camera. in 1988. So anyway, here's one of these tapes. Fantastic Voyage. Let me see. Pretty good. Oh, would reboot, yeah. What happened to your car, your hood? Oh, Mendoza is asking me. Mendoza is asking me, my hood. Well, I was just checking my car. I was just checking the fluids, and I need to do some work on my car. I need to actually, how I call it, I have to like replace the fluids, like transmission fluid and oil and coolant and on my car, and I had to replace the shocks in my car too. Yeah, does your brothers and '03 is asking me, does my brothers and sister watch your channel? Yeah, they do, but they're not really all that much into it. Do I remember October 17th, 1989? Bauer is asking me. Like it happened yesterday. That's how easy I remember these things. Patrick is saying, Gil, I hope you find the dog. Yeah, I mean, if the dog shows up, great. But what can I do? I mean, I haven't heard from Furry. Jelani, '90s Nick SpongeBob. I'm telling you, I love a lot of '90s rap from RC says, oh yeah. '90s. Well, I mean, I like some of the '90s stuff. '90s NBC Friends, Man Cave Garage. I love the late '80s and the early '90s. Yep, I love '90s. Whoa. Quinn is saying, yeah. I mean, McLean said old stuff. Yeah, I have a bunch of VCRs. What was your favorite shows? Cole is asking me, what is my favorite shows in the '80s? Well, one of my favorites was What's Happening, even though that's a '70s. I mean, but that was my favorite show. How was Hector? McLean says, how was Hector? Well, he's good. He's 50 years old, and he's fine. Quinn is asking me, am I gay? Well, you want to know a real answer to that question? I could say that I'm bi. I think I already said it on the other video. I'm a bi. But I mean, it's a long story behind that though. But you know what? It's like anyway. I have Jenny Lynn. I've been married to Jenny Lynn for how we call it 15 years. And I do have two babies, or two kids. Patrick is asking me, I always wonder, do you speak Spanish? Well, I don't speak Spanish. I'm a Hispanic, but I mean, let me see, what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know that. I'm a Hispanic, but I don't know the language, so. Quinn. I remember the day when they crashed. Oh yeah, that was Steve Bauer remembering the 9/11 thing. Yeah, and I remember my reaction that day too. Jess Garcia says that's not the '80s, kid. I'm telling you. What were your favorite bands from the '80s? Well, I liked Lisa Cult Jam, and I liked I'm telling you. What else? Shitbrick says hi. Hi. But anyway, well, I'm just gonna skip some of these. Well, anyway, Braun. Hi, Braun. So, Gilbert, how much are you paid? How much you paid for the scooters back in, well, that white Elite 80? I bought that one for $700, and it was only 1 year old at the time. Paid $700, and then the Elite 150. It was I bought it in 1988 or 89. It was in 1985, and I bought it in 1989 for $800. And how long did your mom's Marquise? Well, my mom's Marquise, that white one, my mom bought it in 1986 as a 3-year-old car, and then later on she gave it to me. I just paid for the repairs. Mr. Sir, a tribe called Quest de la Soul Clan. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. I think I know that song. Your car, Mendoza, my car, how much? What do you mean? How much? How much my car is worth? I would probably say maybe $1,500, 2,000 maybe. I don't know. Depend. It's like classic, you know. I mean, it's in good condition, you know. The 90s was the best time to be a teenager. Yeah, yeah. Why not? Because there was no phone. Well, there was, but not until late, though. Jelena says 50. 50 what? That's how old Heckler is. I love what's happening in the good times, even though they, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, what's happening was a show I really loved, RC saying. I loved that show. I mean, that's the only one. I think I liked, Give Me a Break, too. That show was funny. Yeah. Gilbert, did you watch? Bron is asking me if I watched Taxi back in. Well, no, I did not used to watch that show. Not much. Quinn, McLean says 15 years in the wedding. Yeah, yeah, I've been married 15. Do I have autism? I have no idea. Telling you, too legit to quit. Because Too Legit to Quit says, I have Asperger's syndrome and I love your videos. Well, it's really nice to hear of that from you. Well, I mean, nobody's ever diagnosed me for having any sort of symptoms or anything, you know. I mean, of course, I'm being me. I'm me, you know. Let's see. Oh, RC. You're funny. Well, I mean, it's a long story behind the buy thing. You know, that's a long story, but I mean, it's a long story. Maybe perhaps I'll put a video about it, but it's not like it's out of control or anything. It's not like that. You know, it's just that shit. Brick says don't answer them trolls. I haven't had a troll yet in this video right now, so. Mr. Sure, yeah. Well, I have to. I try to be honest, you know. I have to be. Sometimes it's necessary to be, you know. Yeah, it's a long story, and one of these days I'll probably put out a video. I don't know. I'll see. Anyways, yeah. Let me see. Boy XX says, well, I'm gonna go now. You must be living in an area where it's dark right now. I'm telling you. Did you like your 20s more than teenagers? For me, Boomatics is asking me, did I like my 20s more than my teen years? I would say yes. I did like life in my 20s decade more than I did of my teen years, because, you know, it's part of the long story about the buy thing, you know. I mean, it's part of this, because in my 20s, in my teens, I mean, like, I was not treated equally. I mean, I was not treated the way I wanted to be when I was in my teens, because I had a lot of favoritism, you know. I mean, a lot of people favorited Arnold or Hector over me, and people did not pay much attention to me, and that's part of the reason for all this, you know. I mean, I like 20s because, I mean, I was no longer a teenager and I was on my own in my 20s, so I was pretty happy in my 20s, apparently, you know, because I was on my own. But in my teens, you know, I had to live with my mom or whoever I had to live with the favoritism that my mom or everybody had, like with others over me, so it would leave me lonely, so I tell you, I mean, it's a long story on that. Maybe one of these days, like I say, I'm gonna put a video up on that. But I mean, I probably might have to limit my view because that may not necessarily want my mom to see it. But I mean, what can I say? Does Hector know he has fans on your? Well, I did tell Hector, but it's like he didn't even hear me. It's like he don't care. I mean, he doesn't seem to care. Does Hector know? Too legit to quit. Keep up the good work, bro. Very nice. Oh, you used to live in Torrance, huh? Rambone. Yeah, my brother's called Raymond. Rambone. Yeah. I'm telling you. Lewis. Sorry to hear that, bro. Well, yeah. What can I say? Man Cave Garage said, by the by the way, my great aunt had a 1985 LTT broom, just like your Marquise. I felt cool driving in the mid 90s. Felt like a big car, but easy to drive. Yeah. This is my car right here. I'm gonna close the hood. I mean, High Power's asking me, Gil, as a youngster, did you watch Transformers? Well, I mean, I was not necessarily a fan of Transformers, but I used to watch it whenever the show would come on. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah. The other day, this car. Yeah, this car was leaking some kind of fluid, and I discovered that it was actually the shock that was leaking. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it was actually the shock that was leaking the fluid. Patrick is asking me, did I change my wheels hubcaps? Well, no. I mean, this hubcap, this hubcap, it keeps coming off. And I have it in the trunk right now. I have it in the trunk. This hubcap keeps coming off. So, I mean, I have to put it there until I could see what I could do. Yeah, well, Adam Luck is telling me, yeah, Scotty Kilmer. The guy's funny, though. This Scotty Kilmer is funny, though. I just get a kick out of the how he says stuff, it's funny. Israel is telling me, it's really cool that you filmed Fontana in the 90s. I'm 16, and that's cute. 16-year-old fella. That's really neat. I mean, I remember when I was 16 years old, and I was 16 in 1986. So you live in Fontana. That's nice. Someday I'm gonna ride my bike that way, and you just come out and say hi to me. Luis Martinez, is it really cold where you're at? Well, no, it's not. It's not cold right now. Not right now. 03 says, I lived in the Whittiers in the 80s and 90s. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, Whittier. I mean, Whittier, I remember there was an earthquake in Whittier, I remember, like, in the mid-80s, there was, like, an earthquake there, if you remember that. Man Cave Garage. If I lived close, I would help you buff it out. Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, I would love for you to do that for me. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I want to buy this wax. I want to buy this wax it's a collar coat wax. It works really nice, This collar coat wax, it works nice. Hang on. There we go. Charisma is asking me where's our furry, our dog. Well, he ran away. I mean, I haven't heard from him, I don't know what's happening. And I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Did you ever have snow in Los Angeles? No. I haven't seen snow. Not really. Nut finish. Man Cave says try nut finish. New finish. New finish. Yeah. I used to do new finish. You know what? I actually like the collar coat wax on these cars, on a dark collared car like this one, because it hides the scratches pretty well, you know. I mean, I like to use a collar coat. This paint is pretty good, though. I mean, it's actually really good for the age that this car is. How was that? Lewis is asking me, how was the earthquake in 1989? Well, I mean, I'm sure I did experience it, but I mean, usually these earthquakes are always small. I mean, they only last for like a few seconds, you know. But every time I turn on the TV after we felt an earthquake, I hear about some massive damage in L.A. or whatever, wherever it was at. I mean, I've never experienced major damage in my town or anything like that, you know. Yup, the Whittier Narrows earthquake. Yeah, you probably. Mario Mendoza says, Tubaco 93, nice plates. Nice plates? Where? You talking about the license plates? Well, yeah. Ha ha ha. Let me see. I'm telling you. Bazooka says, haha, so the snow in LA. That's funny. Yeah, I never seen snow in LA before. But however, there has been, it's been known to snow over in this area and where I'm at right now, in the Fontana area. It's known to do that here and there, you know, once in a great while, you know. Green Sky is asking me, when are you going to see your brothers and sisters? Well, I just saw my brother last week. I just saw Hector for his 50th birthday, and I'm gonna post up a video. These are some nice cars, RC said. Oh yeah, I mean anything that's in good condition, you know. I tell you, I'm telling you. Bazooka says you must live in the East Coast, Patrick. Well, yeah, okay. I don't know where you guys live, but anyway. Extro Boy XX. I decided to come back. So it's 8:46, huh? I'm telling you, it's still light. Still daytime right here. Hang on. Did your mom ever get remarried after Joe? No. That's it. That was the last of it, you know. My mom says no more. I mean, I don't see her ever doing. She's kind of too old now. I mean, she's 68 right now. Israel, I actually showed in Rancho Cucamonga a few days ago. Oh yeah, you showed. What do you mean by that? Did you? Mario's asking me, did I ever own a 1980 or an 80s muscle car? Well, no, not me. I never owned any of those. Neither did my brothers. You know, my brothers. Nobody in my family really ever owned one. You know. Does your mom watch your channel? Well, I mean, she does only when I show it to her, because otherwise she doesn't. Otherwise she doesn't. She just doesn't have this thing about doing that. She's not into watching videos, you know. That's my mom for you. Video Cassettes is saying, hi, I'm a big fan. Very nice. You come to the right place, because videotapes is my big thing over here. I tell ya. RC says, the boy XX, you live on the East Coast too, huh? I'm in the East Coast. Did Joe Bazooka is asking me if Joe passed away? No, but I don't know. I mean, I could not. I really don't know. I mean, where he could be at right now. but it's hard to tell. But I cannot really see him being alive right now with all the habits that he had, drinking and smoking. He was a heavy smoker and a heavy drinker, and he was getting old. Like I don't know, I cannot really see him being alive with all that. But you should have a question and answer with your whole family. Well, I mean, my whole family. If my whole family wants to do that. sometimes they just tend to not pay attention to me if I'm asking them. So what can I say? They tend to not pay attention, or they might feel embarrassed or something. I don't know. I'll try to do that one of these times. Patrick says, I'm tired of the snow. I had 3 snowstorms. Yeah, snow. I've always dreamed to have snow over here, but I never experienced snow over here. I mean, never. Well, I never in my life experienced snowfall. I'm 48 years old, and I never in my life experienced snowfall. Never. I played in snow before, but I mean, I never experienced snowfall. Never in my entire life. Do you collect video cassettes? Is asking me, do I collect SVHSs? Well, I don't. I probably have only one SVHS, for my camcorder. That's about it. I'm in Ohio. Temperatures are very low. Yeah, I mean, Ohio, I think a lot of those areas, they go in their single digits. Over here, it rarely goes below 30 degrees Fahrenheit here in San Bernardino or Fontana or whatever. It rarely goes below, like, say, 25. I never experienced the weather below 25 or so over here. In my life, anyway. I never experienced the weather below that. Yeah. O3 says, much respect to your mama. She did a good job providing. Yeah, she did. I mean, she did. In her ways, but I mean, my mom was kind of like funny in her ways too. I mean, like the way she treated me, or the way she, like whatever. I mean, the way that she had favoritism and stuff. But I mean, she still everything we were raised. I mean, to this point anyway. I mean, how does your whole family? Well, my family don't seem to care. They won't care until they see money in their hands, so to speak. That's just being funny there. My whole family, how would they feel about being famous somewhat, I mean, yeah, they don't care. I mean, they don't care if they're famous or not. But my mom, though, is like, my mom is the kind that, I mean, he's like, my mom is the kind that likes attention with the celebrity type people. But I don't know if that's the case, but my mom was the kind that likes attention, like all the attention to herself with the celebrity type guys, girls or whatever. While she would just brush me away. And, she would brush me away and take all the attention to herself. That's how she was like during my teen years. And that's what I hated in my mom back in my day. Did you ever have a girlfriend before? Not really, because girlies never wanted me. As much as I wanted a girlie, but they never wanted me. I mean, girlies never wanted to come up to me. Because, I don't know. I wanted girlies, but they just never come to me. They never came to me because they all thought they're too good for me or something. But it was a jealous thing that would always seem to come up to Arnold and Hector, but not me, man. What's up with that? And that's the other part of the reason about me, my story, the other part of it, too. Here in Virginia, we get like 15 inches of snow from the winter storm. Diego, yeah. 50, snow. I mean, I know snow can be pretty bad, and it can be pretty bad when you have snow because, I mean, that's every kid's dream to have snow in their house, but it could be a nightmare to a lot of people, too. Mendoza said, remember in the 80s when we put paper wads on the cassette corner. Yeah, yeah, over the radio. Well, yeah, we used to put like tape over the little holes so that we could record over it. Whenever we wanted to erase a cassette. I've done that millions of times. David Kunde says, "Hey Gilbert, do you ever consider buying another 1984, 1986 Mazda? I'm thinking about buying one. Yeah, you should try it. I mean, that's really cool. I love that car, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on where you're at. Like if you're like in California, I mean, like if you're in California, I mean, it's like the smog laws can be an ass over here. You just have to find somebody who could pass that smog. But 85, I mean, that I love those cars. I used to have the digital dash. That's really cool, man. That is shit cool. And I've always dreamed of having my 84 Mazda, like the time when I had the 84. Shit, I wish it had a stick too. I wish it had one too. I mean, shit. I mean, you should go for it. Go for it. That car was a good car. Like during the time that I was to ever come around an 84, 66, 86 or whatever, 85. If I came around one, and if it was in really good condition and the price was good, or if I just simply had the money, maybe I would. Only if it was convenient enough for me to get it. But I would not necessarily go out of state to get one or anything like that. But if I found one down the street and they were selling it, and if it was in really good condition, and I'm in a good mood and I have enough money, I probably would do it. I would do that car again. RC said, Gilbert, here in the mountains where it snows, it looks beautiful. Well, you're talking about, well, my mountain. Yeah, well, I have mountains here. I live close to the mountains, actually. Flamburger is asking me what car is this. Well, this is my 1984 Mercury Marquis. Let me see. This is for Flamburger. Yeah, this is like a car that my mom had back in 1986. It was white though. It was white. And my mom had it, and it was a car like this. That's the very first car that I ever drove in my life. It was a white car, that white Mercury. It was the very first car that I ever drove in my entire life. The very first mile I ever drove in my entire life. So my mom had that car, and then later on, going on to 1989, my mom sold the car. Well, my mom gave me her card I just had to pay for the repairs when the head gasket blew. My mom gave me her 1989 or 1986 Mercury. Yeah. And so I just paid for the repairs. And so it was my car then, I liked that car too. Well, I liked the car because it was a sentimental thing, It was a sentimental value thing because it was my very first car I ever drove. And it was actually even my first car that I ever owned, too. I have videos on this, too. Let me see. Yeah. How many video cassettes is asking me, how many tapes do I have? Well, if you're talking about videotapes, I have probably an estimated like 300. Or if you're talking about audio cassettes, I have about 500 of them right now, and I still have them from the 80s. And video cassettes, movies, if we're talking about movies, I probably have an estimated 100. And then if we're talking about home movies, if we're talking about home movie cassettes, I have an estimated 200 there. 03 says, I have almost 7K subscribers. Yes, I do. I noticed that, that's pretty cool, I mean, 7,000 of you, getting an insight of what 80s look like, you know. That's nice, though. I mean, it's nice to see that you guys are interested in seeing what the past looked like, you know, in the 80s and stuff. Yeah, so I got 7,000 subscribers, you know. I mean, that's pretty cool, though. It's really cool. Green Sky telling me, do I plan to transfer all of my 80s video to Blu-ray or 4K? Well, I mean, there's we cannot. I don't think there's any way of upgrading the standard videos to a 4K. I mean that the standard video. That's how they were recorded. That's how they're gonna stay, unfortunately. But I was thinking about like all the videos that I uploaded on YouTube. I was thinking about like putting it all on DVD and selling it. You know, they're my videos. So I was thinking about putting it, customizing it all on DVDs and selling my videos on eBay or whatever. I would put it together. I would buy all the DVDRs and everything. You know, one day I would probably think of how I'm gonna do that. You know, one of these days, or I would just put it all on a memory card and sell it like that. You know, or something. Sell my videos. These are my videos. You know. Mr. Sir says, what is the name of the band that your dad played in? Well, my dad was not into any kind of band, you know. Yeah, my dad was, or Joe. Well, I mean, none of us were in any kind of a band. Corey, the fam, says just joined. How are you? Hi, Corey. Patrick is saying you have a lot more vintage car in California since you don't have winter. Yeah, you're right. Patrick is right on that because you know over here we don't have rust. I never had rust issues here. Never. I never heard of that here in California. You know, I never had an issue with that here. You know, none of the car. I never had a car that had an issue with rust. Never, never over here. So I mean, over here, you're right about that. We're likely to find vintage cars here in California because you know there's no rust issues. Cause like when a car gets rusty on the frame, you know, you could call it the day on that car, you know, because it would be too much work to fix those cars, you know, that rusted out. I mean, it could call it the day on those cars, you know. No, I meant the mountains in Virginia. Yeah. Cole, it says, do I remember the big floppy disks that were in for movies or recording videos? Well, well, not exactly. Well, if you're talking about like computer, yeah. Hi, Linda Lockhart. Hi. High Power X says, Gilbert, do you have a favorite classic car that you would like to own? I would like to own I would like to own one of these Camaros or something. I mean, 85, 84, whatever. I mean, I think those are pretty cool, you know. Like, well, I would do a Mazda 66 again, but I mean, or you know what car I like? I like the Caprices, you know. I like those Chevrolet Caprices. I like those cars, you know, or just anything. I think I would probably go with any classic car. You know, I mean almost anything. You know, as long as it's in good condition. You know, as long as it's in good condition and ready to go. You know, yeah. But I tell you, Flamburger. I like that car. I love all the old. Yeah, these American cars are. Yeah, I mean I like my car. Yeah, Flamburger. Yeah, I like my car. I mean, I need to fix it up a little bit. I mean, I need to do some maintenance on it. I have to replace the shocks and do all the fluid changes and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, Flamburger. Star Grill says, I love the 80s. Very nice. You've come to the right place. Gonzome says, 80s forever. Well, you've come to the right place. Very nice. That's a cool idea. Star. Yeah. What's a cool idea? Not just kidding. Well, anyway, Israel is saying you should sell the music you recorded in the 90s and I would buy. Well, I mean, it's kind of illegal for me to advertise to sell it, but I could put it on USB and pass it out or something, I'll see, the 90s. Well, I have a bunch of music on, all on my hard drive. So 90s Saturn commercials. Well, I mean, I didn't even really pay attention. Hi, Runny 21. Hi. Jenna McLean says, how is Teresa? She's good. Teresa's fine. My mom is fine. RC says, everything from the 90s seemed awesome. Well, it was. I mean, I think I liked 90s better as far as, like certain aspects of my life is concerned, like I was free in the 90s since I was 20 years old, I was 20s. I liked the life a little better in the 90s than I did during the 80s because as far as the aspect of how I was being treated by my mom is concerned, that type of thing. But I mean, Corey says, are the older Chevrolet trucks like my 95 Silverado worth replacing parts at a time because I love the truck and I want to keep it for very. You know what? I mean, I heard it once. That, like the older trucks, I think the vehicles before 2000, the year 2000, they were better made. They were better made than the cars of today. So I mean, it would not be such a bad idea to go keep that Silverado going. I mean, I would not think it's a bad idea. To keep it good and working and everything because those cars are better made, from what I heard. Cars from before 2000s were like, I feel like I've heard it before. Yeah, I heard it before. So I would say, yeah. Israel is asking me, do I still have my drone? Yes, I do. Let's see, I do have this one right here. Only thing though is I crashed it the other day. I crashed it the other day. I mean, the other day I was flying the drone, like right here. I was flying it right here, just right here in the backyard. I was flying it, and then suddenly the battery just lost power, all power. Shit. I mean, what the hell? It's like the battery. I found that it's a defective battery. Battery just lost power, and then it came crashing down right here, right here. Yeah, that was a scary one right there. Now after that happened, after that having happened, and now I'm kind of nervous about flying drones now. I'm nervous about it now. It's only the little ones that I'm not afraid of flying because we can't hurt anything if they fall. But this big one, I'm kind of nervous about flying that one now. I don't want to even fly it anymore because. But now it doesn't seem like the drone works anymore. I mean, I have to fix it. Try to fix it though. Anyway, do I remember the McDLT? Yeah, I mean, I remember the McDLT. David Conde is asking me. Yeah, I used to make those in McDonald's. Yeah. High Power is asking me, do you have a favorite classic car? Well, actually, I think I answered some of these. I answered that one already. High Power, where did I see that? Oh, yeah. I answered that one already. Yeah, but if I'm going to answer that question, if I have a favorite classic car that I would like to own, I like the Camaros. I like those the mid '80s Camaros, or I like the Chevrolet Caprices. Yeah, I like those American ones, American cars. The older ones. Walter White. Hi, Walter. Hi, Walter. My first ever video of you was 1988 Freeway. Yes, I mean that was one of the very first videos of the 80s I ever posted. The Freeway 1988, the Los Angeles Freeway. Green Sky is asking me, do I have any freestyle music on tapes? Yes, I do. I sure do. And I have my original cassettes too. And I even used it the other day on my tour in the Covina tour. Yeah. The XX Boy XX says one of my favorite videos was a 1989 mall video. Yeah, yeah. That was interesting, huh? That's pretty cool. That's what the mall looked like in 1989. High Power X. Wow, Gilbert, you know your car is a Caprice that my tie is my yeah. Well, yeah. I like those cars. I like the Caprice. There's even a video of a Caprice of my next door neighbor in 1988 had a Caprice. It was a it was a light brown Caprice. If you see one of my old videos, you might catch that because I I mean, my next door neighbor back in 1988 had one. She had one. Remember those? And my dad, we owned one too. I mean, my dad had a 1978 Impala. It was a, it was like a Caprice, but it was an Impala. We had one of those, like that's what my dad had, back in the day. My dad loved that car. Do you prefer LB? Hi, LB. Uh, do you prefer 80s and 90s music more? What kind of music did you listen? I mean, 90s, 80s, it doesn't matter. As long as, my favorite kind of music is deep house. I like that deep house music from the 90s. And that's one of my favorite kind of music. And I like any sort of dancey music from the 80s or all of today's, and all music as long as it's deep house and dancey. But I loved the house music from the 90s though. Cole is telling me they were like floppy disks. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. They were laser discs. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying, huh, Cole? George Cole. Yeah, George Cole said, well, yeah, they were laser discs. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, the laser discs. Well, I mean, I seen them, but I never actually seen anyone use. I think I knew somebody who had one, but I never actually seen them work during the 80s. But Walter White said, "You have the best videos." When yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that from you because, it's hard to find more people that were like me. I feel like I was one of the only ones who actually did this, because not too many people did that. Not a lot of people did that because not a lot of people had $1,000 to buy a camera back then. And people are not interested in buying a video camera then. Hi, goodbye, Patrick. I'll see you. I'll see you later. Then Patrick is going home. Yeah. So okay. Well, anyway, so about the video, I mean, nobody like people were more interested in buying a car, back in the day instead of a video camera. But for me, I was like one of the only ones in the nation, to be into to choose to buy the video camera because I just had this thing, about capturing memories. And of course, I have a bunch of audio cassettes too of our voices in the early 80s. Hood Beef says, I love the 80s. Yeah, I sure love the 80s myself because I have a bunch of tapes of us. David Kunde says, Gilbert, is it me or Cash for Clunkers was like a... Yeah, you know what? I mean, my say about this Cash for Clunkers thing, the people were kind of dumb about doing that. I mean, this Cash for Clunkers thing, it was meant to get rid of cars that were truly pieces of shit. We're talking about beat up cars that need a lot of work. that need a ton of work, you know. And that's what it was meant to be for, and that's what Obama was hoping to do. Like he was wanting to get rid of the cars that were falling apart and not worth fixing it. To for them to get rid of those cars, those gas guzzling cars, and to get them to help them get into a smaller car. But the thing is that people were kind of dumb about it, and like some customers were dumb, you know, because I mean, some customers actually traded in cars that were really good, that were really nice, and there were some. Yeah, I seen that, you know, I seen that stuff, you know, like shit. The customers are stupid for that, you know, because they traded in the cars that looked really good, but then at the same time, the dealers can be an insult themselves too, because they always like to cheap out on you, when you trade it in. You know, when you trade in your car, they like to cheap out on you. You know, like that. So the dealers and the customers are dumb on that part. You know, but I mean, a lot of people traded in their cars that were otherwise good. I mean, and I've heard of people trading in cars that were worth maybe $4,000 or whatever, but they got their $4,500 or whatever. But still, you know. Well, anyway, I mean, what can you say? You know, I mean, yeah, it's true right there. I mean, David Kunde says that's true. I mean, you're right about that. I mean, it's like a holocaust to the now future classics. Yeah, you're right about that, because a lot of cars, you know, went to the junkyard after this cash for clunkers thing. Yeah, so I think that's gonna mean that there's gonna be fewer classics available now. I mean, yeah, it's true right there. I mean, it's really true. Israel says, I know what's the problem. The latch isn't good because vibration is a lot and the battery gets loose. Yeah? I'm telling you. O3 says, I rock and Caprice Class. Yeah, I like those cars. I mean, I would do one of those. I mean, but for me, I'm preferably a fan of cars that's already in good condition. You know, I'm more into those. You know, I mean, I would prefer a car that's already in good condition and ready to go. You know, but no, I don't mind. You know, I would not mind getting into a car that needs some work, but not too much work though. I mean, Corey the fam says, what do you think that has changed in this world since 2008? Well, YouTube. YouTube has changed big time. Computers, of course, changed. Well, actually, computers are about the same almost, but maybe cameras on the phone, the camera phones, it's changed big time. I'm using and then the internet phones, the phones, big time changed in the 2008. 2019 versus 2008. Yeah, big time. Yeah. In one of your videos, it looked like your dad had a Chevy Monza. Yeah, my dad had a Monza. He had it was like a Cavalier. It's like a Chevrolet Cavalier. I think he had it was a 1977, I think. I'm not sure. My dad had that car. Yeah, he had that car, and then he sold it to my brother Hector. He sold it to Hector. RC says it's getting dark. Yes, it is. It's getting dark in here. I forgot how early the sun will be. Well, I mean, the sun sets at about 6, but the daylight savings time here in California it's gonna start in the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna get an extra hour of sunshine. Yeah. O3. Yeah, about that Monza. See, that car, that was an example of what car I would have liked. I would have loved to have that car back then. I mean, if my mom did not give me the Mercury back then, I would have wanted that Monza. I would have wanted a car like that one. Hi, XIM Real or whatever that. All of your old videos are very detailed. Yes, I mean, I would say so, because not, like I say, not very many people, you know, had video cameras, and I recorded a lot back then. I just had this thing about recording a lot, back then. Corey, that fam said, was it true that Toyota and Honda was neck and neck in reliability? Yeah, they were. I mean, all I have to say about that, in the 90s, any import car was more reliable than the American cars, or they lasted longer. They just lasted longer. I mean, the import cars apparently were harder to work on, and they were more expensive to work on, but they were more reliable and they lasted longer, though. They're longer lasting. They're longer lasting, but they were harder to work on and they were more expensive for the parts. But I mean, they were better overall, though. In the 90s, Toyota and Honda, they were probably the best cars back then, and they still are the best cars right now. But Honda, I think, is dwindling on the quality a little bit, but Toyota still remains to be one of the best cars for reliability today. Cole, George Cole, says the 80s are awesome. I'm a big fan of old school back in the days. Yeah, you're right, huh, Cole? I'm telling you. So, do you remember the old? Yeah, yeah. O3 saying, remember the old Cal Worthington new car dealership? Yeah, I remember that. That one, they would sing da 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 da. And he would always bring an animal with him or something. He would have like a tiger or something, or some kind of animal. He would always be doing that. That's funny. Delfino, I love the Buick. Yeah, I like the Buicks from the 80s. I like the Grand National, or the Buick, like what do we call those cars? Like the popular ones. What's that popular car called? Buick Century, or not a Century. I think, what's the name of that car? It's like a two-door Buick. I like those cars. I mean, those are pretty popular right now, but I don't know about the newer ones. But I hear that Buick is actually okay for reliability. I mean, I would think. Vintage 88 says, hey Gil, when did you first use the internet? What do you think about the time? Well, when did I first use it? It was in the mid 2000s. 2004 was the first time I ever accessed the internet. But I just thought it was nice. It was nice for the internet because it was just the beginning of convenience. And then it was about the start of learning about eBay and knowing and finding out where I could get all my vintage stuff, I tell you. And then that's where I started finding all of my stuff that I was hopeless to find before the internet. What do I use to? LB is asking me, what do you use to convert my videos for upload on the internet? Well, I mean, I use this program. What do you call it? I use this Roxio DVD to VHS or VHS to DVD. That's what I use. I just use a program, Roxio DVD to VHS. Yeah, I mean, it does a pretty good job. It does a pretty good job, at making the video, making a copy. It does it well. It transfers to the computer pretty well. Favorite Dodge vehicle? I think my favorite Dodge vehicle is gonna be these muscle cars, like Challenger or Charger or something. I mean, I would say. I mean, Kia. I mean, McLean is saying, how is my Kia? That's good. My car is fine. I mean, Kia is doing good. I mean, Edward Barber is asking me, how much harder do you find it to work on modern cars versus, well, if we're talking about in terms of things like radiators or, I mean, engine replacement or transmission replacement, clutch or brakes or whatever, I think it's all the same. It's all the same. But if we're talking about diagnostics, or finding out what's wrong with the car. That's a bitch to do that. From what I hear, or it's a bitch to fix something that goes bad on today's computerized stuff. I mean, it could be a nightmare, like diagnosing, finding out what's wrong with certain problems, electrical, like modern cars, the computer, like the engine, the computer, the ECM, and all that stuff. I think working on cars is about the same on all other aspects except for diagnosing the problem, like computer or electrical or like ignition or whatever, any kind of problem like that. I mean, it could be a nightmare to fix those things. I mean, that's what I hear a lot about. David Kunde says, I own a 1990 VW Jetta with a 1.8 5-speed, and that thing has 788 miles on it. Really? Oh, yeah? Huh. Well, you must probably drive it like you must drive it in the suburbs or something, because to drive that kind of mile, that's a lot. That's pretty good. Well, the stick shift tends to last longer than an automatic. They last longer because, like, the automatics usually always have a problem. Like, the automatics tend to break a lot. uh, yeah, McLean said '03 Ultima. Well, I had an '03 Ultima. I bought one of those brand new in 2003. Paid like 20 for that car at the time. But those cars came out to be bad cars, though, from what I hear. The engines were going bad on those because of this. They're eating oil and stuff. What's my favorite GM engine? Well, I don't know if we're talking about an engine or if we're talking about a car. GM car. I like the Caprice or a Camaro. That's what I would say. XX Boy XX says, I might go do other things. See you. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good night, XX. Shintage88 says, I'm curious, how many more old videos do you have that you didn't upload? Well, it's like I don't think there's an end to it. I really don't think I have an end in sight. There's no end in sight for, I mean, how many more videos I have to upload. Because I still have a ton, but like even in the 80s, I can upload those 80s, but I mean, it might be duplicates, but it seems to me that you guys love it anyway, even if I've posted it before. But I post other clips, other parts of it, or I just post parts of the clips. Ooh, excuse me. Electron says, buy some more records. Well, yeah. If I come on an easy sale, yeah, but I got rid of my records a long time ago. Now, this is my DJ equipment. I haven't even used it lately. I'm going to turn it on, actually. If I can turn it on. Hang on. Shit. This is my DJ equipment. So, I'm gonna try to shit. Well, let's see. JD Power says, is JD Powers a fake on? I would probably say, yeah. I mean, I believe in this JD Powers things. I mean, sometimes it's biased. I feel like it's biased, and they're not accurate. This JD thing is not accurate. I can tell you, they're not accurate at all. This JD thing. What do I think of Vintage 88 is asking me? What do I think about electric cars coming? Well, I like the idea. I like the concept of electric cars, but I mean, but it could be kind of like, I would think of them as being kind of unreliable in certain ways because Like, what if you have a dead battery and you need to and you really need to go somewhere and you cannot charge it right away, you know? It's not like a gasoline car, like where you could just go to this gas station right here, fill it up in an instant when you need to go somewhere. But with an electric car, if you get up in the morning and you forgot to charge your car, shit, you're shit out of luck. Yeah, I tell you. And then if the car runs out of electricity, then you have to charge it, and that takes a long time. That's what I think about it. I mean, I wouldn't really want to be fully dependent on an electric car on that part. You are sure do have a gold mine. Yes, I do. Yeah, you want to help me dig out some gold into my backyard with the videos? Yeah, I have a ton of them. I still have a ton of videos still. I have DVD. Cole is saying I have DVD recorders where I can transfer the old VHSs to DVD. Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Cole, yeah, you could do it that way too. I mean, you could if you have a DVD recorder with a built-in VHS player. Yeah, I mean, I've done that before. Greg Jonas is asking me, how old am I? Your old videos makes me feel nostalgic about time I wasn't born in. Keep it up. Well, I'm 48 years old, and I'm glad that you feel that way about the videos. Well, it's fun, I mean, it must be kind of fun. Cheek buster. My cheeks are leaking. How is it leaking? I'm telling you. Cintage88 says, thanks for uploading so many videos. Yeah, I mean, you guys are very welcome. I'm a 90s kid, so I like seeing all the pre-2000. Oh, yeah, I mean, I wish somebody had a bunch of 70s home movies. Well, very few people, I mean, only a tiny fraction of people owned cameras in the 70s. Not even talking about the 80s. I'm telling you. Shitbrick says, I enjoyed. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's just as much joy for you to watch my videos as it is for me to upload them. Telling you. Yeah, so anyways. Oh, hell. Oh, let me see. I'm wondering what happened to the kitties in the 90s. Well, I mean, either they ran off or I think most of them just either ran away or, well, I mean, the kitties. Well, I think that we gave them away. Either we gave away or they ran away or some. Either it's one of the two. Shitbrick is asking me, do I watch any other YouTube channels? Yeah. That was my. Yeah, I of course I watch a bunch of YouTube. I love to watch car crashes, or I like to watch a lot of miscellaneous things. Miscellaneous stuff. Shintage88 said, what cartoons did you like as a kid? I loved Tom and Jerry. I loved Bugs Bunny. I loved all of those shows, those Bugs Bunny and everything. I think I'm gonna take a walk outside, but I have to put it on the. To Shitbrick says, what do you sub to? Well, what did I subscribe to? Well, I mean, I have a number of channels that I subscribe to, but I mean, one of those I mean, my kids are the ones that subscribing to all kinds of things. But the videos that I seem interested in is the things that I seem interested in is like the videos from. Hang on, I'm gonna go outside. The videos that I'm interested in, the ones that I like to watch, is like car crashes or how-to videos or just general life. I mean, I just like to watch everything. Right now, so people probably might trip out on me. So right now I'm walking outside right now. So This is San Bernardino. Telling you. So this is just down the street of me, you know. I have my phone up really high so people are not going to be tripping out on me, you know. So they know that they'll know that I'm not talking to myself, you know. Walter White says, who was that white family in 1988? Before I leave? I'm not sure. That might, you know what? I think that might be someone else's video because I was uploading videos that I found on at the thrift stores. You know, I have to get my cameras. So this is San Bernardino right here. Hair. Telling you. So what else? I live near Sintage lives near Pasadena here, huh? Yeah, I know where that place is at. Nah, unfortunately, I don't have anything of Pasadena, unfortunately. The only thing that I have is LA, like where the sports arena was at. That's the only thing I have, unfortunately. I didn't like them other white people. Yeah, I think that's a video I found in the thrift stores. Cynthia lives in Rialto, not Pasadena. So I'm gonna point the camera up so people are not gonna think I'm recording them, you know. So people are tripping out on me. That thing I'm just gonna go back. Telling you. Because I'm gonna clean out the lens here. So anyways. I'm gonna walk back home now. So Jose Sanchez says, I live in Laguna Beach. I love the video. Oh yeah, they're the Laguna Beach, huh? Yeah, you're a lucky fella that I recorded that town. Cynthia the hottie, yeah. A lot of people liked Cynthia. How funny. Nice glasses. Thank you, Orlando. Yeah, I have to have them though. I need to be able to read, because these are my reading glasses. So I'm gonna go back in my backyard now. And telling you, right. This is my yard. Oh, shit. Okay, so anyways, I'm wondering if I should call it the night or not. Yeah, we lost our furry. His hair ran away. Furry ran away. We haven't heard from him. This is my bike. This is the new bike I bought the other day. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes I burp, you know. This burping, you know. I hate the burping that happens all the time, you know. Cynthia was always pretty, huh? Yeah. Everybody, that's what everybody thought about Cynthia. How funny. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks for reminding me, 03. Yeah, that's, I have to keep being reminded about that, you know, because I keep forgetting to do that. I have to, you just keep reminding me you just comment on my videos, on any of my videos, or Facebook, or whatever. You just keep reminding me. And don't. be afraid that don't think that I might get mad. Don't worry about that. I mean, you just keep reminding me, because I tend to forget to do that, I'll put up Hector's video. I'm gonna put up the Heckler's birthday video. Yeah, you just have to keep reminding me, because you like bother me, keep bugging me. Yeah, you just keep bugging me and then I'll remember it. I'll remember it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I mean, like, yeah, that's a video that I gotta put up because that's an interesting one to do because it's kind of like back all of us. And then for me, I'm gonna be 49 in August, so this is my other bike. I have 4 bikes now. My Ducks rule says, "What's your favorite place to eat?" I love where I like to go to. I love to eat at Well, let me see. One of my favorites is like places like Danny's or Chili's, any of those type of restaurants. O3 is asking me who was all at the party. It was just my mom and Hector and my family. That's all. Orlando is asking me if I go to church. Well, I used to, but I don't really go that much. But I'm still 100% with the Lord. 100%. The Lord is always in me. So I'm a believer. 100%. 110. The Lord is in me, regardless if I'm in church or not. Edward Barber is asking me, do I plan on going to the Philippines? If we had the money, yeah. I mean, those plane tickets are expensive, too. I mean, we paid like $4,000 for the tickets for the 4 of us to get up. This drone doesn't work anymore. I don't know what happened. I mean, this thing fell from the sky. Shit. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. So... Oh man, the video got too close. Dang it. Shit, man. Let me see. When was the last time? When was the last time I went to Mexico? Well, when I was 11 years old. That was the last time. That was the last time I went to Mexico when I was 11, and that was 1981. And I want to go back to Mexico again because I haven't been up there in years. Not since I was 11 years old. It was O3 is asking me, was Cynthia and Arnold? Arnold was not at Hector's house. But, well, no, unfortunately, Cynthia and Arnold didn't come. Did not come. It's only me. It's only me and my mom. That's all. And Hector, of course, but, and their friend. And his kids and everything. Corey says, I sure do miss Blockbuster. It was such a cool place to go rent a movie, yeah? Yeah, we used to do that. Remember those times when we used to do that stuff? Yeah, I mean, well, they don't even do video stores anymore because we rent them online now these days. And they do have some video stores, but it's hard to find them these days. It's not the same anymore. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Do I still see Rambone? Well, no, I haven't seen him in a long time. Not in a long time. He lives in Arizona. So I haven't seen him in a long time, in a very long time. And even Jose, too. I haven't seen him in a long time either. So, anyways. So, I'm going to go back to my garage. This is my garage with all my stuff in it, including this new bike I just bought. It's really cool. I like my bike. It's fun to, you figure, some people will pay. Yeah, Phoenix, O3. Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what part of Arizona Raymond and Jose lives, but I mean, it's in Arizona, but I'm not really sure what part of it. Yeah, so you're in Arizona, huh? Well, 03, you need to go over to Raymond's house and say hi. I'm telling you. Orlando's asking me, how old is my mom? Well, my mom is 68, and she's gonna be 69, this July. Hi, Windix Man, and hi, Garcia, Carlos Garcia. Hi. Are you Carlos from Fontana by any chance? Let me see, Corey, that fam says, "Hey, how easy it is to watch a movie because I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it." Yeah, it's true because I like going out and getting it, maybe just to be. Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah. I mean, things are different these days. I remember when we used to go to the rental store and we would pick out the movies and then we would come home with the pizza. And remember those times? Is Joe on Facebook? I have no idea on that one. I have not tried to look. I haven't tried, and I don't think he would be on there. I really honestly don't think he would be on because he would be too old to know how to do this stuff. Right now, I mean, he was 46 in 1991. So, I mean, that's almost 30 years ago. So, he would be like 75 right now. And now he would be too old to know anything about Facebook. Or he's not likelihood to even care about Facebook. Yeah, that's what I thought, Carlos. Yeah, the one that you were on Facebook the other day. I wanted to ride my bike there. I want to ride my bike and say hi. So, Greg Jones is asking me, do you watch TV these days? Because the age of, yeah. Well, I do. But, TV is actually quite hard to come around to these days because you have to buy TV. Stupid. Like you have to buy the service because the antenna sucks these days. Like, you can't even see regular TV. Like, we need, well, the antennas, they suck these days. Or at least in my area. And to watch TV, well, in my area or in my house anyway, I have to pay to watch TV. Like, I have to buy the Frontier, because we can't, because the antenna sucks over here. So, but I mean, I don't. But even then, I'm not really into TV that much, though. Really not. I don't watch TV because I'm not into all the drama and stuff. Well, I'm just not into TV that much. In general, not that much. O3 is asking me, did I ever watch In Living Color? We used to think that was funny. That was a funny show. I mean, my brother, I even liked that show too. That was funny. That show was kind of funny. I mean, that was a funny show. Yeah. Yeah, especially I don't remember. I think it like there was a scene where like this guy was trying to raise money like in a church, and then he tried to dance it, and but people would still not give money until the guy came up to the crowd with a gun, and then that's when everybody gave money in that show. That was funny. I mean, it's funny, man. And then the guy that's talking about like the key to the city, which is a crowbar. That was funny. That show's funny. Is your mom still? Nah. Orlando's asking me if my mom and stepdad is still married. Nah, hell no. I mean, my stepdad left my mom back in 2001 because my mom wanted him to go. I mean, it just didn't work. The relationship went sour, in 2001. So 2001 is the last time I ever saw him. Of angelic paragons victorious and says, do I see any of the Nelson Sullivan videos? I do. I mean, his videos are pretty interesting, actually. I mean, because he has even older videos than me. He has some from like the mid '80s, like But although it's like he recorded like the same thing like I did, but he recorded like the same town, or the same it's always people, like it's just people. He did not really actually record stuff like electronics or streets. Well, he did record streets, but I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, his videos are pretty interesting, because like he has videos that are even older than the ones that I got. But unfortunately, though, he's dead. Though, I mean, I'd imagine though, if he didn't die of the heart attack, that I would imagine what kind of videos he would have had, for the '90s. But I have a ton of '90s videos. I recorded the entire '90s decade, and even 2000s decade, and even this decade too. I recorded the entire. Yeah, Garcia, you should get a bike. This one right here is a nice one. I paid 350 for this one, but I got this one for 200 right here. And then this one right now, you could get this one for like 150 on eBay. You can get that one for about 150 brand new eBay. Windix man said, "Oh no, there's a ghost behind you. Where? I don't see any ghosts." Do I remember my first apartment? Yes, I do. The very first apartment I ever lived in was in Corona. That was in 1992. I moved in an apartment, although it was not my own place. I just rented with my brothers. Corey said, "Do you think that this world nowadays can live back in the 90s for a day and laugh out loud and think that they wouldn't?" Yeah, I'd probably about maybe 90%. Today's people would have a very difficult time with handling it. I don't know about my kids. Yeah, my kids would have a hard time, unfortunately, handling it. Living in the '90s, they would have a hard time. Yes, I mean, yeah. For me, I could live in the '90s. I could live in the '80s. I could live in the '70s. I'll be more than happy to live in the '60s. I don't care. I'll try. I'll live in the '60s for a month. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind. Are you going to have another baby? Nah, we're not. I mean, Orlando's asking me, am I planning on having another? Nah, I don't think we are anymore. We're not going to have any more babies. Of Angelic says, nice, glad. I'm glad. Nice, glad you stumbled upon his. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I like to look. I like to watch others, old people's. Old videos of people. I like to watch old home movies too because it's fun to. But the problem is there's not too many though. Not a lot of other people have videos like me. Not a lot. It's not a lot. Unfortunately, it would be nice. I'm glad to be one who has a ton of these videos, but I have not come around to a lot of people who have old home movies. It's fun. I love to watch old home movies, but the thing is that not too many people did video cameras back then, though. That's the thing. How many miles do I ride in a week? In my bike, Mitch. Oh, here. So, yeah, my wife called. So, I think I have to get going in the next minute, in the next few minutes, 5 minutes. Well, about the miles per week, Mitch is asking me how many miles a week do I. I'd say I estimate maybe 30 to 50 miles a week in my bike. I ride around there, maybe on the average of 50 miles a week. Do I sell a lot on eBay? Vic Hones is asking me. No, I'm not really a seller. One reason why is because my stuff just doesn't sell. That's one. Number two is because of the eBay fees and stuff. I'm just it just doesn't work for me. So, hi Timothy Nichols. How much was your share of rent in 1990? Well, since my income was kind of low, I used to just rent out the living room. I was paying $100 a month at the time. My brothers were paying the other like 200. The apartment was like 500 at the time for a 2 bedroom. It was 550 or something like that, and my brothers rented out 2 rooms like at $200 each or something, and I rented out the living room for 100. So that's how it was. Did you ever capture Joe having a meltdown? Yes, I did. Meltdown? You're talking about like yes, yes, I do. Meltdown. Every him, having his rages or anything. I have. Oh man. Um, Angelic says I'm derived from the year 1983. I have my sixth B day on tape. That's it. But it's a trip watching that. I wish I had more tapes. Yeah, I mean, it's better that than nothing. I would say. I mean, it's better that than nothing. I mean, yeah. Telling. Well, I guess I have to get going because my wife called, and so I gotta get going. My wife called and she's going home right now. So I'll do another one of these vlogs again. Yeah, okay. I'll 03. I'll remember. I'm gonna go remember to put that video up. And for Carlos Garcia, I'm gonna try I'm gonna remember to put up that the little thing that I don't know if it's something that I should even do, but I mean I'll do it just for the fun of it. Hang on. Okay, well, you know what? Thank you, Windix, man. Yeah, thank you very much. One last question. Okay. Can you one day re-upload the 1988 Los Angeles Freeway in HD? Well, you know what? What you saw there, that's as HD as it can be because I transferred it onto the computer and I mean that's a VHS quality, and that's as HD as it can be. No, this is on YouTube. Mom, my mom. I mean, your mom. All right. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah,
We're trying to fly to this thing. We're trying to fly to this thing at the top. Look,
yeah.
you see?
No. Well, okay. Well. Okay. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm gonna remember the the video for Hector's birthday. And then the other things, and then about the question that Walter is asking me. Well, I mean that's the whatever you saw, that's the best it could be because like they're VHS quality, and you really cannot. I mean, I have not seen anybody putting anything like on like upgrading a video to HD or anything. I haven't seen anything like it, but yeah. Okay, well, all right, guys. I'll see you all. I have to go get Jenny Lynn.